Good morning, small business owners. Good morning, workaholic professionals. Good morning, whiz bang entrepreneurs. I think I covered everybody? And most welcome guests as well. And here's the question of the day. Have you heard of Toastmasters? I'm just curious if you're on my YouTube or LinkedIn, maybe put a comment there. If not, you're not listening, no big deal. You can catch this on the rerun or the replay. Um, but curious, maybe after the fact, reach out to me. I'm curious if you have heard of Toastmasters. I mean, because I know that there are hundreds of thousands of people all around the world in 149 countries have heard of Toastmasters, have been a guest in a Toastmaster meeting in a club around the corner from you or online. And I did want to tell you about a club that is a forming charter new club that you could have a chance to be the founding member of the OMG Biz Cafe Toastmasters Club for business leaders, a business leader Toastmasters Club. And our first demonstration meeting was on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And already the testimonials are stockpiling in. I mean, literally, Adrian of Recovery Home Network in Delray Beach, they own a business called The Lodge, her and her husband, and they help a lot of people that are going through problems. But she came to our Toastmaster meeting, and she even volunteered to be timer, counter, and word grammarian. And she said it is the best Toastmaster meeting she has ever been to. Maybe it's because I've been to a Toastmaster meeting or two or three over a 7 year period. And I still had the stuff that I learned about Toastmasters in my brain. And I'm so grateful for that. And she said it was the best Toastmaster meeting she ever been to. And we're not even chartered yet. And we are having our next demonstration meeting next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in the OMG Biz Cafe. If you're a guest, you can come in our Skyliverse. If rather, if you're a guest, if you're not a guest, but you're a member of the cafe, come in through our Skyliverse. If you're a guest, you can come in through our guest entrance at omgtalk.com. It's absolutely for free at omgtalk.com and come in at Wednesday at 7 p.m. Also, maybe we'll have some guests in our OMG Biz Cafe in just a few moments, at about 12 minutes. If you've been networking at our events, and there's up to 15 different events every single week in South Florida and beyond the borders of South Florida, online, wherever you are, if you're a small business owner, workaholic professional, whiz bang entrepreneur, love to have you at omgtalk.com, and that's the guest link. So today I have three things that I wanted to cover today. But before I do that, I do want to share on the screen. And let's see, I think this should be able to play for you. Just going to make sure that this is actually playing for you. So I'm just going to unshare, and then I'm going to reshare just to make sure that perhaps maybe you could hear the sound. So I'll click on share, click on the tab, and yes, I am able to hear the sound. All right, and then I want you to hear some of this video because it is extremely powerful. And of course, I shared the wrong thing. So let's go back again and share. You've got to hear this information because this information is so wonderful for business owners. I mean, it's that wonderful. And here it is coming in just a second. All right. You should be able to hear this now. And permit me to let you know that this book, I heard about it several decades ago. And if you're a small business owner just getting into business or thinking about starting a business in your retirement, if you're the crazy one that wants to start a business in your retirement, or if you're 20 years old and you want to start a business before you even get a job, or maybe you have a job, but you want to have something on the side. This book here, I highly recommend that you read. And also, besides knowing if you've heard of Toastmasters, I think that if you can combine your Toastmasters experience with a information that you get from a book like this, and I'll be discussing a couple more other books to mention in just a couple of seconds. Now, that's some of the words, and that's the audible version. Now, if you're actually reading a book like that, I would highly suggest that you actually get the physical paperback of that book, The Magic of Thinking Big. And there's a couple of books that I did want to recommend as well, especially if you're a small business owner. This is one of them, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. I read this a little bit this morning, around 7 or 8. And then I also highly recommend this book, Think and Grow Rich by Dr. Napoleon Hill. I'll just put the spelling up on the screen. The second, Dr. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. We talked about the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And I also talked about Toastmasters. And then I just I found a snippet on YouTube for The Magic of Thinking Big by this author, David Schwartz, a very well known mentor and highly successful business owner. Read this book when he just had a job. And this book made all the difference. But I do ask you also, in addition to those books, if you've ever heard of Toastmasters, because people will wonder if stage fright ever goes away. And are those butterflies that fly in your stomach and make you nervous being in front of an audience? How to make the butterflies fly with you and not against you is everything. That being said, I do thank you for listening to OMG Biz Cafe Live Talk Radio. And I wanted to give you another quick demo. When you go to the guest link for OMG Biz Cafe, omgtalk.com goes right in. It's also on the scroll as well, in case you forget the URL just below me here. You can go in there through omgtalk.com, or in the OMG Biz Cafe community, you can click on our Skyliverse and you'll see the screen that you see right now. And then I just click on where you see my mouse moving on the screen, or rather a participant login. It'll take you right in to our beach cafe, and that's right over here. And you can see me actually in my beach resort online for all of you, because not all of you live in Delray Beach where I am. So you would see that I put myself automatically in the back row. I like to be a front row person. I like to actually take the lectern. So I put myself right there on the podium. There's nobody else in here yet at 10 o'clock. This is where I like to meet people, either here in this auditorium in my beach resort, or over my beach office, which is up at the top over here. When I click on it, you'll notice that I'm way at the top over here. And that's me in my beach office. Everybody should have a beach office. Don't you think? Everybody should be by the beach. I'm just making myself smaller so that you can see our resort. And there's me by the sand right up at the top over there. You can see me. So if you would like to come meet me live, and I would love to learn about your business. And all you need to do is just look at the website down below, which is in the scrolling board. I'll tell it to you right now, which is omgtalk.com. At omgtalk.com, if you're a small business, or if you're looking for a job, or you're single and ready to mingle and you want to do speed networking for dating, or you want to try out a Toastmasters club that meets at 7 o'clock Eastern time, love to have you come into our auditorium. And also, we have plenty of other rooms that we could have a private discussion, because the auditorium is open to just about everyone at 10 o'clock. So I love this new virtual platform. I think it's going to turn Zoom, Google Meet on their heads. You could have your business, what your business looks like. Take a picture of your business, and when people can visit your business, they can visit you virtually as well as in person. But when they visit virtually, don't you want them to experience your surroundings where you work every day? You'll get new people more comfortable with where you work and the employees there running around. Maybe there's a picture of your team instead of a picture at the beach. This isn't even my business. My wife and I are known as the couple that cares about Medicare. So that's just the only blurb I'm going to say. I think there's actually somebody in the audience here coming in right now. I think it's Richard Brooks, and I'm waiting for his audio to pop up on the screen in about 3 minutes. Maybe he's just getting a cup of coffee. But I'm going to sign out from the live stream here, and I'm going to join Richard Brooks. And if you want to join me, just go to omgtalk.com. Ciao for now, everybody. And